Nice celebrities versus bad celebrities. Keanu Reeves versus Amber Heard and, well, probably Ellen DeGeneres, let's be real.
Who are the 5 nicest celebrities and who are the 5 meanest?
I can tell you who the meanest one I ever met was.
Uh-oh.
Her name is Ellen DeGeneres.
But while all the evidence points to Ellen being
Called it. Obviously. After that scandal, everyone thinks she's evil. Everyone without exception is calling her evil. Because she is.
awful, Adam Sandler is always highlighted as being incredibly kind. Take for example the time he was refused a table at IHOP.
Well, yeah. Every single movie that he has been in, where he has even played some kind of out-of-touch rich asshole or, Happy Gilmore, he still comes off kind of nice. You can't fake that, I think, too much, right? Or maybe he is an absolute maniac and we just don't know it. Who knows?
After the server failed to realize it was Adam Sandler asking. Embarrassed, the server shared the CCTV to TikTok, prompting Adam Sandler to meet with the waitress personally, while joking about the rejection by stating, "For the record, I only left the IHOP because the nice woman told me the all-you-can-eat deal didn't apply to the milkshakes," although fans were impressed for a slightly different reason.
Nice.
It's very humble of him to not assert that he's a celebrity and ask for special treatment. He acted just like a regular customer and didn't challenge anyone. I respect him for that.
Regular customer in America. Dude! A regular person in America is gonna start lining up the place if he gets rejected. If he's a celebrity, he gets to push the big red button that releases the nuclear-blessed fires of devastation that we all deserve so much. I'm surprised he didn't call for the manager's manager right there, okay? Wow. Dude. Regular customer in America is doing a lot of heavy lifting right here.
With his humble attitude extending to wedding photo bombs, and that time he randomly appeared for some chicken.
Hi, guys.
No way. No way. You're joking.
He filmed a good chunk of Mr. Deeds in my hometown, and he was simply the nicest man ever. He would come out to sign autographs after a full 14+ hour day of shooting. Didn't matter how long the line was, he made sure every single person got to say hello.
Wow, that's very impressive and nice. Oh. Yeah, but yeah, we haven't heard anything bad about him, have we? Even though, people like Adam Sandler, yeah, he seems nice, but the ones that are overly nice are always sus because, that's just how life is. But yeah, he doesn't have any scandals or anything. He has not been exposed at any point, like going to Epstein's Island or something like that, right?
He had time for photographs and chats with everyone in town, frequented all the local coffee shops and posed with employees. He seemed to really care and know how excited we all were to have a movie happening and always had a smile, although Adam's fans aren't the only people to talk very highly of him.
You guys love each other. Is that fair to say?
For sure.
Yeah.
Who was this? I recognize her, but I don't remember what's her name.
Hear each of you individually talking about the other in such fond terminology.
Yeah.
After Pete Davidson worked with Adam Sandler on Saturday Night Live, Pete went on to state he's just such a cool, nice guy. I can't explain how wonderful of a person he is. Just like caring and sweet.
The reason that I know the name Pete Davidson, well, actually Davidson's new to me. I just know people call that his name is Pete. It's because he got Nikki Kardashian, Kim Kardashian. There we go. Kim Kardashian after what's his face, Kanye West made a hissy fit about being Kanye West for the 5th time and cried on the bed, and Kim Kardashian said, can you stop being a female? You're kind of disgusting. Stop crying every 2 seconds, you mental freak. And I still do like some Kanye songs, if anyone's wondering. But the fact that Kanye West is absolutely, completely toasted out of his mind in one way or another, you can't tell me no, okay?
and not full of
Also, this guy looks like a freak, not gonna lie.
crap, which is very rare to find. But while Adam Sandler's happy on-screen mood clearly extends to his personal life, Mike Myers from Austin Powers is apparently much different when the cameras aren't rolling. Twitter users expose Mike Myers as an absolute
I only know him from Austin Powers.
nightmare to work with. The article referred to a tweet reading, "Mike Myers had me fired off the set of The Love Guru because I made eye contact with him and I was there as his bodyguard." The tweet had been posted by a person named Jay Brody, who then expanded on the incident in a podcast.
You'll be basically guarding Mike Myers' trailer. They're like, here's the catch. Can't look at him. But I realized, like, I can't let just anyone into the trailer. So I look up, I catch his eye for a second. I give him a nod to let him know I'm cool. And then I look away, and within an hour, I get a phone call letting me know that I'm fired and I have to get off set.
Prompting others to give their own anecdotes about Mike Myers' terrible attitude. "I was an extra in Love Guru and remember being told we can't make eye contact with Mike. When I tell people this, they don't believe me. Thanks for confirming." People
Yeah, that sounds very strange. Beyond strange, even.
always wonder why there weren't more Austin Powers movies.
Okay. I'm wondering though, is this him actually being a bad person? Because he's just so better than everyone. How dare you peasants look me into the eyes? You should be below me. This is where our eyes meet. If you know the reference, you know it, baby. Or maybe there's some kind of mental sickness, like everyone in the world currently. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
But never realize how many stories there are like this about him. Basically, no one wants to work with the guy, with one of these other stories coming from the set of The Cat in the Hat, where Mike's co-star Amy Hill stated his area was all covered with tenting because he didn't want anybody seeing him. "It was so weird, it was just the worst, I was miserable." Hill also revealed how Diva Myers selfishly kept everyone waiting for hours, overruled the director, and even had someone standing by, just holding his personal chocolates in a dish. It was just a horrible, nightmarish experience, although people—
Oh no, that guy's just insane in that case. Yeah, that guy's just insane. Holding his personal chocolates in a dish. No, okay. This guy's just a complete wacko.
experience, although people have only ever said the opposite about Steve Buscemi. Buscemi worked as a New York
Steve Buscemi is a legend. Yeah, we kind of know that already. Not surprising, I guess.
firefighter before quitting to pursue acting, although when the Twin Towers were destroyed on September 11, Buscemi walked into his old fire department to volunteer, working 12 hours a day for a week straight in the hopes of finding survivors. He called his old firehouse, then receiving no reply, headed to the site, where he found his former engine company. "I asked if I could join them," he said, adding, "I could tell they were a little suspicious at first, but I worked with them that day. It was a privilege to be able to do it. It was great to connect with the firehouse I used to work with, and with some of the guys I worked alongside." Note, this was in 2001 after he was already extremely famous from
This is from The Sopranos, right?
movies such as Fargo, yet according to an independent article—
He was in The Sopranos. Or is that another guy? I think that's from The Sopranos. I remember him from The Sopranos for a little bit for some reason. Man, it's been a while.
Yet according to an independent article on his volunteering, very few photographs and no interviews exist because he declined them. He wasn't there for publicity. Wouldn't you think you were hallucinating if Steve Buscemi helped you out of the rubble? What a great humble guy, with a Reddit comment then offering a slightly more personal story. "I used to serve him all the time and he never once was a diva. Always had a smile on his face, and I mean I don't even think he once had a complicated order. He always ordered the most simple thing on the menu and always tipped 20+%, not to mention Buscemi gets extra credit for being close friends with Adam Sandler. However, it seems Jerry Seinfeld was
I had no idea about them being friends.
left out of the party, given every clip of him I've seen outside of his shows is just him being an unlikable douche with an ego the size of a small country. This sentiment began with a Larry King interview from 2007.
I went off the air. I was the #1 show on television, Larry. Do you know who I am? 75 million viewers. Last episode.
What? You don't take it so bad.
Well, that's the big difference between being canceled and being #1.
Okay, I'm sorry. B-movie
Can we get a resume in here for me?
B-movie opens
Larry can go
tomorrow.
over?
Oh man, that does not look good.
It extends into other moments like the time he rejected Kesha.
I love you so much.
Oh, thanks.
Can I give you a hug?
No, thanks.
Please?
Who's Kesher?
No, thanks.
A little one.
Wait, Kesher? Kesher?
Rejected Kesha.
Oh, Kesha, yeah, I thought, wait, that's kind of like that. Dude, can you believe that it's been so long that Kesha is considered old school now? Man, the times have changed. We need a purge.
Time he rejected Kesha.
I love you so much.
Oh, thanks.
Can I give you a hug?
I thought it kind of looks like that. She's actually pretty relatively hot, not gonna lie. And she does have one really good song with Pitbull about swimming with pigs in the ocean or something like that. It's pretty good.
No, thanks.
Please?
No thanks.
Yeah, no thanks.
That was a nice moment.
I don't know who that was.
Yeah, it was Kesha.
Okay.
Jerry then offered no apology for rejecting her.
I don't hug a total stranger.
Who is this guy, by the way? Is he from Seinfeld or whatever it's called? Because I didn't watch that.
I have to meet someone, say hello. I need to know, who are you?
No,
and
I
she was
really-
very nice about it. We laughed about it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you hug her afterwards?
No.
No?
Leading Kesha to change her mind about him for pretty
Dang.
obvious reasons.
What happened with Jerry Seinfeld?
Oh my God. Are you friends with him?
I am not.
Okay, we're good. It was like the saddest moment of my life.
Jerry also has a reputation for destroying the paparazzi.
The worst place, like you bomb. I'm sure comics go through all the time.
Another very weak question.
And after Lady Gaga was moved to his luxury basketball
Oh.
box for acting rudely at
Lady Gaga? Oh no!
a game, he had this to say.
Oh no!
Jerk. I hate her. I can't believe they put her in my box, which
They
I paid
did.
for. This is what you give people the finger and you get upgraded? Is that the world we're living in now?
Hysterical. I love him.
Jerry Seinfeld's
Well, okay, I'm not gonna fault him for doing bad things to Lady Gaga, okay? I'm just not gonna fault him for that, even though whatever, okay? Lady Gaga is not a nice person.
meanness definitely has a charisma to it. However, if you're wanting a more humble type of charisma, then we have to talk about Post Malone. With entire compilations dedicated to him treating other people kindly, there are almost too many wholesome moments to choose from.
Did you draw this? This is awesome. I love you too. Thank you. Cool hat.
There was that time he went out of his way to greet a 21-year-old having his first beer, or that time he gave his $5,000 guitar to a fan after a concert.
I mean, yeah, I have heard that he's not a bad guy technically, but isn't there a whole story about him in rehab and blah blah blah, things like that? That, you know, he's maybe a good guy, but he doesn't have a lot of will of spirit.
It's like a $5,000 guitar, so you have to promise me. You gotta promise me that you're gonna take care of it later. Okay? Okay?
Post Malone treats paparazzi in the opposite way to Jerry Seinfeld.
Boss, I want you to know that I really like your music.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
That means a lot to me.
Can you say hello to Nicole?
Hi, Nicole. Love you guys.
And when this fan somehow made it past security, Post Malone hugs the guy and treats him respectfully before he's taken off the stage. In a different instance, Post Malone let a fan come on stage to play the guitar part in Stay, and it's therefore no surprise that fans have told anecdotal stories such as, someone in a similar thread said Post moved into his brother's street and went and introduced himself to all his new neighbors and invited them for a barbecue. Genuinely sounds like an awesome guy. I believe this 100%. He had a party at an Airbnb or something a few houses down from my group's Airbnb, and he legit went around the cul-de-sac himself inviting everyone to the party. He also spent the entire night moving between groups, chatting and generally being a phenomenal host and ensuring everyone had a blast. 10 out of 10 dude. But while nobody has anything negative to say about Post Malone, it seems nobody has anything positive to say about Chevy Chase. Remember when Pete Davidson praised Adam Sandler earlier in the video? Well, Pete had the opposite to say about Chevy Chase, stating, "He's a fucking douchebag, I hate that dude. He's just a genuinely bad racist person and..."
Was this guy in Jackass? Was he? Was he?
I don't like him. Chevy Chase was fired from Community after calling Donald Glover the N-word, not to mention before the firing...
Oh, I know this guy. I watched the first couple of episodes of Community and then I got real bored. It wasn't bad, but it's like, dude, the Community was a very interesting show. It wasn't bad, but at one point you were like, okay, I don't want to watch this anymore, and you forget about its existence. That's pretty much it. Not a bad show.
Chase was...
I don't remember his character though too much. He was the old guy, but I don't remember anything about him. Well, I barely remember anything about the show.
Simply difficult to work with.
He was someone that did not want to be there for the hours that we were keeping. He sometimes could be in not great moods.
Earlier in his career, Chevy Chase had gotten into a fist fight with Bill Murray, and while interviewing Robert Downey Jr., Chase stated, "Didn't your father used to be a successful director? Whatever happened to him? Boy, he sure died, you know, he sure went to hell." It's therefore no surprise that even Will Ferrell stated, the worst host was Chevy Chase. Yet Chevy Chase foolishly claims that all criticism is just jealousy.
Oh, and he was also in a different thing. Damn, I can't remember this. He has been in a lot of different TV series over the years. I can't remember any of them. Damn.
Just say that. Right?
He was in the TV series Comedy Against, some kind of comedy, where there was one guy who was a never nude or something like that. And there was the really, really alcoholic mom. Which was funny, by the way. That was really... I love the mom. The most crudest, evilest humor ever. It was the 10 out of 10 banger. Can't remember what's the show's names, but yeah. He was there. I think he was also there.
Writers writing anything negative is jealousy? Yeah, I did.
But I have seen him a lot, but he has never even surprised... I never remember him. He has been in a lot of things, but he's never rememberable.
What kind of jealousy? I'm funnier than them? Yeah, I guess maybe. I'm considered good looking? Yeah, there you have it.
It seems Chevy Chase needs a lesson on humility, and who better to teach it than Shaquille O'Neal?
Gotta humble yourself.
The Shaq boy.
And that's why I am where I am now. I humbled myself. I don't look down on people because they're lesser.
Back in 2011, Shaq had hit rock bottom. He'd retired from basketball, divorced from his wife, and had no idea where his life was going next.
I was lost. 76,000 square foot house by yourself. No kids. Go to the gym, nobody's playing in the gym. You go to their room, nobody's there.
It was during this period that Shaq's mom Lucille gave him some advice.
And then the queen, Dr. Lucille O'Neal, said, "Hey man, I don't know you no more. You need to humble yourself." And when mama talks, a true man listens.
After which Shaq began working on becoming a better person. He'd state, "The day I killed the narcissist Shaq is the day my kids texted me, 'Hey daddy, I miss you.' Bro, when I got one of those texts, man, I actually cried then. I didn't know what to say. After I got that love from them, I said, you know what, I'm not gonna be the asshole Shaq no more, because I was an asshole and I lost everything."
I didn't know he used to be like that. That's actually news to me. Wow.
The day I released all that me, Shaq is the day the blessings opened up. As a result, Shaq's been trying to create a fairly unique legacy.
Talk about legacies. I want mine to be one sentence. Shaq was a nice guy.
Which has been aided by his random acts of kindness, purchasing bikes, shoes, and laptops for less fortunate children. It seems the only people Shaq won't give money to are his own kids.
Because I believe in respectable nepotism.
That's amazing. Oh boy, bruh. Look at these little shits. Okay, look at these. This one's already mad. This one's already looking to be a rapper and call himself Lil 69 something. Oh, no. You do not give these little shits money. You hit them, and you hit them hard. Okay, so they learn a lesson in humility or something like that. Oh, no. This is the next overdose. This is the next scammer. This is the next rapper who hopefully gets shot. Okay? No. Good thing he does not give these little shits money.
Shaq won't give money to.
No celebrity should give their. Well, you know, it's your money. You can do whatever you want with it at the end of the day. But man, celebrities just spoiling their kids and giving them money and everything that they want. Average kids already feel that they own the world at age 7 because they get everything that they want. Imagine how it's with millionaires now. Jeez. No wonder they get away from felonies and murders so easily.
To are his own kids.
Because I believe in respectable nepotism. You get all A's this next semester, you can get whatever you want. So he gets all A's, and I was like, go to the dealership and pick one. Then I get a call from Tesla. I said, man, you better take your ass across the street to Honda.
But while Shaq is an obvious choice as a nice celebrity, someone you might not expect to be rude is Bill Nye the Science Guy. I met Bill Nye as a...
Do we not, though? Bill Nye never struck me as a good guy to begin with, honestly. I never understood why people even think that he was nice. He always was just, he was blatantly, visibly always playing a character in my eyes. I never understood why people thought he was a good guy. It was blatant.
He was the biggest asshole I've ever met. It was a huge letdown after watching his show so often in class. My science teacher from 7th grade told us she had an explanation for why she tried to show us as few Bill Nye videos as possible. I believe she said she attended either a science workshop or an event for teachers where Bill Nye was there, and he was completely rude to her and dismissed her the whole time. Bill's dark side becomes pretty obvious when he debates other scientists. However, it seems he becomes the meanest when talking to his most popular demographic, kids. Bill Nye came to visit university. I was sorely disappointed. Bill Nye
man, that's not good. That's really not what you should be doing. Oh no. Man, come on
sexist jokes to relate to the crowd. He kept complimenting women's legs and saying weird stuff about how sexy women are.
That's a good. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe Bill Nye is actually one of the good ones. You know, a man who understands the value of women's legs and wants his life to be ended when his head is squished between the thighs of a woman like a watermelon. You know you got quality.
He was trying to be relatable, but was sorely mistaken, as he faced a crowd of driven female engineers and scientists. He went on about climate change and basically insinuated that we could be the policy changers, while the real scientists did the real work. I couldn't believe how much my views of him were falling apart as I watched him pander to students he clearly didn't care about. I later heard that he wouldn't speak with students, only professors, with this anecdote following the very common theme of Bill Nye was my hero until I heard him talk. Although thankfully Keanu Reeves is the perfect balance between
we already know about Keanu Reeves. He's a nice guy.
Good and evil. While
what do you
filming
mean
the second
evil?
two Matrix movies, Keanu Reeves chose to give up $75 million worth of his movie earnings, instead redirecting the money to the special effects team who he said deserved it more. Even then, this might not have been his most charitable act whilst filming. As a Reddit user stated, a family friend builds movie sets, doesn't design, is one of the poor dudes that just builds. Anyways, he worked on the set for The Matrix, and Keanu heard about family trouble he was having and gave him a $20,000 Christmas bonus to help him out, although money isn't the only thing that Keanu has given up. In 2011, he was candidly filmed giving up his seat on the New York.
I don't even know what Keanu Reeves has done bad. He said the perfect blend of good and evil? What has he done wrong? I have never heard anything like that. Dude, this is gonna be wild.
Subway, and 3 years later in 2014, he waited patiently for 20 minutes in the rain outside the wrap party of his own film Daughter of God after a mix-up because he didn't want to cause a scene. He didn't say, "Hey, I'm Keanu Reeves," or "Yo man, this is my party," once to the bouncer, and the owner of the club was horrified when he found out afterwards that the actor was standing in the rain. It's therefore no surprise that there's an extremely popular subreddit dedicated to Keanu Reeves being awesome, although if there's one person who could offset this kindness with meanness, it's definitely Ellen DeGeneres. Right now,
that was just a trick. I thought, because, dude, if Keanu Reeves did something evil, like even flicked a cat like this on the nose or a dog, that would be the most trending thing on the internet for weeks. If he knew, if Keanu Reeves would do anything bad ever in his life, we would know about this in a matter of seconds. Your inner brain chip implant would tell you, okay, I'm not supposed to usually tell you I'm here, but Keanu Reeves has done something bad. Get on the internet and read it. It would be crazy.
Now we all need a little kindness, you know, like Ellen DeGeneres always talks about. She's also notoriously one of the meanest people alive. Respond to this with the most insane stories you've heard about Ellen being mean, and I'll match everyone with $2 to LA Food Bank. This was the tweet that started her downfall, as nobody could have expected how bad the responses would be. When I was 15, the Ellen Show was doing a contest of fans making a bust of her and sending it to her. I worked so hard on this and even wrote her a letter. Weeks later, she used it as a prop in a game name and gave it away to a random person with $500 attached to the bottom. Working for her, I was instructed that I can't look her in the eye and never ever say hi to her first. But don't worry, she definitely won't be saying hi to you in the first place. She creates the most toxic environment for her staff. I worked at Real Food Daily, served her and Portia a brunch. She wrote a letter to the owner and complained about my chipped nail polish. Not that it was on her plate, but just that it was on my hand. I'd worked till closing the night before, and this was the next morning, almost got me fired. Chris Pontius stated on Steve-O's podcast that he wasn't surprised to hear these anecdotes.
It's crazy that all
Dude, Steve-O's stuff is, by the way, pretty good. No, I didn't expect it, but, you know, Wild Ride, pretty good stuff. He's actually very interesting time to check this out.
These anecdotes.
It's crazy that all this stuff's come out, like, about Ellen being mean. Because when I met her, I thought she was really mean. Like, and she's like, so what do I gotta do? And she's just pissed to be there. And then she comes out on stage and she's like, all like funny, nice Ellen, you know, like the person that they think she is.
And apparently neither were the 10 employees who came forward 4 months later to expose her terrible working environment.
Toxic, phony, hypocrite, liar. That's what she is. We were told from the very beginning, don't talk to Ellen, don't do this, you can't go into her office. It was very nerve-wracking, very stressful. We all walked on...
I mean, always judge a book by its cover. She looks evil. Guess what? She is evil. Like look at that. Look at that face. You, bruh. Sad. But I guess it is what it is.
We all walked on eggshells all the time.
As a result, Ellen took a 14-week hiatus.
I'm honestly just surprised that this did not happen sooner.
Returning with a pretty standard apology.
Sometimes I get sad. I get mad.
Apology? I remember that. She didn't actually apologize. She pretty much just blamed everyone else for not thinking that she's awesome. That wasn't an apology. That was the farthest thing from an apology.
I get anxious, I get frustrated, I get impatient, and I am working on all of that.
However, this failed to ensure a returning audience, as in May 2020.
Yep, that was it. That was Sunny V2. It's been a long time because Sunny V1 is not Sunny. It is what it is. Anyway, this was Quizzer Citizen. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.